see y'all getting quiet. Getting quiet on me. In other words, what I'm trying to say, Jesus is our master teacher. Through the word of God. Here in our text, he decides to take his disciples to school. He decides that he wants to educate them in ministry one-on-one. From Jordan to Galilee, in which the direction where Jesus and his disciples were traveling at this time, he told them, he said, I must needs go through Samaria. Yeah. Now Samaria was a place that not too many of us would be found with our Christian status. Now, I'm not going to Samaria. That's not where I'm going. I'm saved. I'm saved now. I don't go to Samaria no more. But when ministry hits you, those are the very places that God will see you. I'm still working on a message, and I'm going to preach it one of these days, and I'm going to preach it when the Lord released me to preach it, but he keeps dropping extra nuggets on me, and I'm going to preach from the subject. It's time to go to hell. I know that don't sit too well with you, but it's time to go to hell. Y'all don't like that, huh? You follow Peter. Peter said he went down there and preached in hell. The last place any of us want to go. But where is hell? Hell is on the corner where the drug addicts at, where the prostitutes at. Hell is where the gangbangers at. And if you really got Christ in your life, you could go to hell and come back without being a cinch on you. Because guess what? When he went to hell, folks followed him out. And if you really have what you say you have, when you go to hell, some folk won't follow you. But that's another sermon. But he said, I must needs go through Samaria. But in his journey, he finds himself a little weary, tired, and rests on the way. Yeah. He finds this woman there. And this woman is not the type of woman that everybody looked on with great esteem. But because he's deciding to take his disciples to school, do ministry one-on-one, it looked like he said, I'm going to have to get the worst looking man. Spiritually, that is. Because in her profession, she had to look halfway good. She had to look halfway decent. But he looked like, he said, if I'm going to get the message across and really make this stick out to these members of my new church, I'm really going to have to grab somebody that does not fit the bill, that they can't say, you know, she was already close to being in. He had to grab somebody that was as far from the line as they could be. He had to deal with this woman. He wanted them disciples to see what ministry church is one of the best institutions, but it can sure be most confusing at times. That member I was talking about earlier, that's a baby saint that some of y'all think just got in the church, ain't learned it yet, but they've been going to Bible study and you haven't, and they've been going to Sunday school and you haven't, and they've been growing and you still calling them a baby. That member decide they're going to go work the ministry out in the street. They start bringing folk in, folk that you didn't want to look at, they want to talk to, they want to shake their hand out there in the street. You looked over them, you turn your nose up at them, or you turn your eyes down at them, all of that kind of stuff. But that one member who finally got it, went out and got him and brought him in, and them same folk know you. They know you walk past them. They know you wouldn't smile at them. They know you wouldn't shake their hand. But now when they come in church, now you want to all of a sudden act like you their friend and their buddy. Fake, fake, fake. Look at your neighbor and say, you a fake. I know it's right now. Let me share this with you, and I really have to move on in this lesson. But today, we are dealing with a generation that's real. Follow me real close. I mean, this is so serious to me. I've looked at it, I've watched it, and I'm still looking at it. But when somebody that's not what we think they ought to be finally make their mind up to come through the doors of the church, they too real to come in here and fake. They have faked it long enough out there. The average person that's smoking dope and all that kind, they don't really want to do that. They're doing it to be socially accepted. The average person that's being promiscuous sexually in their lifestyle, they don't really want their name out the streets like that, but they do it to be socially accepted. Half of those that are drunken on alcohol, they didn't start out to be a drunken alcohol. They started out trying to be socially accepted in some type of group of peers or friends so they can have somebody to talk to have somebody to accept them. But all of a sudden, one day they wake up and say, you know what, I'm going to straighten myself up. You didn't go witness to them, you didn't say nothing, but they do know that the church is supposed to be the hospital. So they make their mind up that I'm going to go to church today. But the sad thing is, when they come to church, they find the same old faking inside. But they are too real to fake with you. They just mark you and say, that's a fake, that's a fake. If anybody know what faking is, I know. I've been doing it too long, so I know. So they're not going to come in here and fall out just to please you. They're not going to come in here and try to speak in tongues just to please you. They're not going to come in here and try to roll the floor just to please you. They want God to do it for them for real. So when they get up after they fall, they're going to be real when they get up. They're going to be real when they sit down. They're going to be real when they walk out and real when they come back in. Too real to fake it. Not too come in church and they know you passed them up on the street. Know you threw your head up in the air. And then they come to church. You want to represent like you're the most saving person in the church, the most holiest in the church.